looking at the perfect stage for this highly anticipated clash. Today, under a shadow of towering stand, the defending champions, the Vodacom Blue Bulls, will seek to etch their names in the annals of rugby history once again. Their indomitable spirit and unwavering determination have propelled them to this very moment, and they're ready to defend their title with all their might. Of course, they will be led by their fierce captain, Lucas Meyer, and this young Bulls side has displayed a blend of skill, power and tactical prowess throughout the tournament, making them a formidable force to reckon with. But standing in their way, hungry for redemption, are the South Sea Sharks. Having last tasted success in 2019, this fiercely determined team has relentlessly battled their way to the final. Driven by a burning desire to reclaim the crown, the Sharks have showcased their speed, agility and cunning strategies, leaving a trail of defeated opponents in their wake. Their passionate fan base, both here in the capital as well as all the way in KwaZulu-Natal, will be urging them on as they look to overturn the odds and triumph in this ultimate showdown. As the atmosphere inside Loftus Fairfield reaches fever pitch, we are moments away from witnessing an enthralling clash of skill, determination and sheer grit. It is a match that embodies the very essence of rugby, a culmination of years of dedication and sacrifice, where heroes will emerge and legends will be made. So sit back, grab a hold of your seats and prepare yourselves for a spectacle like no other. The SA Under-19 rugby final at Loftus Fairfield unfolds, and together we shall witness the birth of a new chapter in South African rugby history. And of course, the South Sea Sharks, like usual, they'll be attacking the try line from right to left on your screen, while the Vodacom Blue Bulls in the light blue will be attacking from left to right. Of course, this game serving as a curtain raiser to the final round of the Currie Cup action. Later on, that will see the Vodacom Blue Bulls take on the Toyota Cheetahs. That kickoff set to take place at 3 o'clock this afternoon, but here come the Blue Bulls now, taken into touch by a really hungry Sharks defense there. And a first line out for Ethan Bester, the hooker for the Sharks. The young man born on the 31st of October, a product of Hilton College in the Midlands, is Ethan Bester. But they don't do well there at the line-out point, do they? The Sharks and the Bulls, they're moving, they're rolling. And into the 22 now they go. Looking for options, finding options through the loose head that is Casper Bastenhort. The time, Johan Small building these phases really nicely. Are they now, the Blue Bulls? He's searching for the ball. Is he there? Stephen Null. Pick up and go is the name of the game at the moment, and they're tight forwards. They're strong, big, powerful forwards, putting in those big hits at the moment. And they continue to power forward, the driving legs there of the forward pack of the Bulls. Taken to the bar line by Mapekula, the 8th man. Edging ever so closer are they now, the Blue Bulls, and the first score of the game will be so important for the side here looking to get back-to-back SA Under-19 Rugby Cup titles. And to the 5 meters now, the Blue Bulls. Picks up does he, Stephen Null. Stepping forwards at the moment, putting in the hits. There's acres amount of space on the left-hand side. They want to power on forward, and they are oh so close to getting the first try of the game. Is that over the line is the question. The official is of the opinion that they were held up there. Really good defense by the South Sea Sharks, an area of their game that they have become so well known for, and they just make sure that they keep the Vodacom Blue Bulls out. That was so close from the home side drawing blood first here, but the Sharks are airtight at the back, and they can, well, they're going to have to attack and defend from deep now. The kick coming through there from their number 10, that is Heymans. They remain largely unchanged, the Sharks coming into this game from that semi-final triumph against the DHL Western Province. Only one noteworthy change that I've noticed, and that is Mikael de Beer at the outside centre position, coming through as a replacement of Tolitemba Sibisi. But other than that, they've remained largely the same. Now, looking for his number 7 partner there, Lucas Meyer, as a matter of fact, the captain. Oh, there's an intercept there by the Sharks. Seemed to be offside maybe, and the referee's played the advantage. He's not going to be able to take it into his stride, will he there? Maybe thought that there was an opportunity available, but the ball was knocked forward and there was an offside too. So it will be a penalty for the home team here. Stephen Null, the scrummy, has had a lot of work to do early on in the game. Of course, we do know that Stephen Null, a product of Hoërskool Grasfontein, about 15 kilometers away from where we are here, was a representative too of the SA Schools setup, was Stephen Null. And that's the scrummy for the Blue Bulls, who does feed it into the scrum now. In terms of the final round robin standings, before we reach the playoffs, the Blue Bulls had played 5 games, won 4, and if they've only lost once, the Blue Bulls, in the 5 rounds that they played in the Under-19 Cup. And the only loss coming through for them in round 1, the very first game of the tournament, and it was at home to the DHL Western Province team. A tight game that was for the Blue Bulls. They went down 25-26, just 1 point the difference between them and DHL Western Province. But up until that point in October, they have not lost a game, have the Vodacom Blue Bulls, winning 4 from 5, an 80% winning percentage in the round robin, and then they went off and capped it off with a beautiful semi-final that they played against the Toyota Cheetahs. It was here at home last week on the 2nd of June. They won 36-30 to book their date with destiny. It may be a second crown for Pretoria's finest. And a back-to-back crown, that too. That's the ultimate prize here, ladies and gentlemen, for the Blue Bulls. It truly would be an unprecedented feat if they would be able to do that. Of course, in the last 3 years, we've seen the title exchange hands, as a matter of fact. We know that in 2022, it was the Vodacom Blue Bulls. In 2021, it was the Golden Lions that won the SA Under-19 Rugby Cup. That was after a 2-year hiatus because of the COVID-19 pandemic. The winners before the pandemic were the South Sea Sharks all the way in 2019. And you'll remember that in that campaign, Sanele Mohamba, the current scrummy of the Cell C Sharks, was the top scorer of the SA Under-19 Rugby Cup. So that's the last time that they were able to kiss this silverware, were the Cell C Sharks. So they could get another title in this space of what's been 4 years, at Under-19 level, that is. But here's a scrum for the Sharks themselves, and the man with ball in hand is AJ Knutzer, the Maritzburg College product. Out it goes, and working that back line, can't keep a hold of it, Kenny there. And under an immense amount of pressure from the Blue Buller. They recover well though, the Sharks do there. And it's their captain getting down and dirty, Thomas Dyer. AJ marshals his troops. And they've succumbed to quite a lot of pressure, have they, the Sharks there. And they, at that point in time, then lose the ball. And trying to dart forward there was Mapekula, the 8th man, a product of, well, hails from the town of Port Alfred. It does Matekula. There's a grubber behind the back. There's a chase. There's Dyer, the captain. Knutzer plays it to his number 10, clears it. Not too far though. Here come the Blue Buller once again. Twelve winners have lapsed in the capital. Certainly feels like the action has been going on for much shorter. But especially when you're playing a final, it's important to make usage of the large possession of the ball, in which they have had large possessions of the ball. Have the Blue Bulls there, they knock it on. Penalty advantage for the Sharks, and there the referee puts whistle to mouth at that point. Knocked forward is the call. And for all the possession that they've had, the Blue Bulls, something has to give. Something should have given at this point in time. They have been able to find themselves within the 5 meters of the Cell C Sharks, a feat at which at this point in the game the Cell C Sharks have not been able to accomplish. They haven't been able to enter the 22 yet of the Blue Bulls, have the Sharks. A small water break now being afforded to the players. It's really hot out here in the capital. And just keeping the players fresh, hydrated, and a chance for the respective coaches to get in a few words. Not what won't be for long though, as it will be a scrum, of course, for the Sharks following that penalty. AJ Knutzer. One of 3 former Maritzburg College products starting today in this Cell C Sharks setup. The other 2, of course, is Pepelo Mbonambi, wearing that jersey number 5. He is tight and knit in there in the scrum. And the other one is Spa Mapolobo. He is also a Maritzburg College product. They all played together at Maritzburg last year. Of course, all of these players on show, as a matter of fact. Only 365 days ago, at this point in time last year, they were all still playing schoolboy rugby. So it's a chance for them to have a taste of what it feels like to win at union level, to kiss success apart from the realms of schoolboy rugby, as the Blue Buller do well there at the scrum point. They've been second best, the South Sea Sharks, to everything in this game up until this point in time. And I don't know, it looks like they're going to maybe go for the 3 points that are available here. The Blue Bulls, what's the decision that's going to be taken? From this angle, from this position, 23 or 22, 23 meters out, they're not going to go for the 3. Into touch it goes by Jaden Bantam, the number 10. And a line out for Johan Small and his forward pack. Small, of course, was the captain of Paarl Boys High last year. That's the hooker for the Blue Bulls, was the captain of Paarl last year, and then signed, of course, a contract, and saw him move to the capital. But here they come, they've moved really close, and now have the Blue Bulls pick up and go. Look at how hungry their forward pack is, ready to get down and dirty are they at the moment. Stephen Knowles looking for it to the Grasfontein product, and they're over the line. The Blue Bulls, and they get the first score of this game. Really good work at the line-out points. Really good work by their forwards, just huddling together, operating as a team, moving as a unit. The first try of the game is theirs. And it's taken by their captain. When the days are dark, I call upon my captain, and the captain has come to save them here. Captain, oh captain, savior, my savior, Lucas Meyer, you beast. 5-0 for the Blues as they draw blood first. They call him T-Rex, Lucas Meyer, and he is a unit. You saw his height, so that nickname speaks for itself truly. Jaden Bantam now, 23 meters out he is at the moment, is Bantam. Matter of fact, a former Dr. Ege Jansen product. The only Dr. Ege Jansen previous player on show in this final, as a matter of fact, is Jaden Bantam. There he strikes it, does Bantam. And doesn't quite get the target, does he there, Bantam? But nonetheless, it's the Bulls that draw first in the capital. It's the Bulls that draw first in the final. 5-0 to the Pretoria-based outlet. The onus to respond now on the South Sea Sharks, who've been second best, to say the least, at this point in the game. Drico Marx looks to launch us high once again into the Pretoria sky. He does there, he hangs it up high, does he? Oh, and that's fantastic from Drico. That's the first time that the South Sea Sharks enter the 22 meters of the Blue Bulls, and what an imminent response. That is precisely and exactly how to respond after you've conceded a try. And they've done really well here just to put pressure on the Blue Bulls. Johan Small working the move. They do really well. It's gathered by Matizida, the former Pretoria Boys High product, is he? The number 7. Stephen Knowles going to clear. Not far though, only the way of Drico. Working it amongst that back line. This time Ngobo, Omapolobo. Not releasing the ball there, does Mapolobo. Spa Ngobo. Once again, Stephen Knowles goes to his powerful boots. He's up against some really good kicking opposition, isn't he, though, Stephen? No, Stehan Heymans, they called him Mr. Boots, the former Affis product, and that's his opposite number, the number 10 of the Sharks team. Johan Small once again finds himself in optimal position where they like operating in the Blue Bulls. It was from a similar position where they were able to get that first try of the game, and unfortunately there they taken out into touch. Well done to the Cell C Sharks there, really gathering, huddling together and making sure that nothing untoward happens there. Of course, they do need to be so clinical in terms of their defense of the Blue Bulls, and especially when they start entering that dangerous 22. Ethan Bester with the Lanark, a former under 18 South African schools player is Ethan Bester, the Hilton College all the way in the Midlands that he went to school. One of two Hilton products is Bester. And he's alongside the captain, of course, Thomas Dyer, both of them hailing from the Midlands of Hilton. "21 minutes gone in the capital, a quarter of an hour remains in the first stanza." Once again, well orchestrated move by the Blue Bulls at the line-out point. Bantam goes high, Bantam hangs it. They can't keep a hold of it, can they, the Sharks? And the Bulls can pounce. Here's Pienaar now. Damon. Oh, so close, so they go there now, the Vodacom Blue Bulls. The numbers all available there. Look at how many blue shirts are in and amongst that 5 meters at the moment. Now the referee goes over to have a look. And they get over the line again, the Blue Bulls. They're hungry. Lucas Meyer, a brace on the day, the captain. He knew this morning when he woke up, he knew last night when he went to bed what exactly he had to come here and do, and he's done exactly that. He has executed Lucas Meyer, T-Rex, the former Grey College product. Signed with the Blue Bulls this year. And what a signing he's been. Bantam can further increase the tally now. It's 10 for the Vodacom Blue Bulls. There he is, the Dr. Eche Janssen product. Part of the SA Schools A team. Can't quite get it over that time, can he? He hasn't been able to successfully convert thus far in the game, has Jaden Bantam. But he won't mind, they won't mind. They are 10-0 up in the SA Under-19 Rugby Cup final. A 10-0 lead in this prestigious, momentous occasion is one that they will not look to squander, one that they won't want to squander, the Vodacom Blue Bulls. Dreku launches it high. He has a cannon of a boot, doesn't he? Now they have to work it from the back, and they work it really well, do they? There. Mikael Damon. Getting there now. For the Cell C Sharks, in terms of the 5 rounds that were played before the playoffs, they played 5 games. The Cell C Sharks, they won 3 of the 5 and they lost 2. the two that they did lose. They lost to the Cheetahs at the Toyota Stadium, 27-21. And then their other loss came, of course, against in round 5, as a matter of fact. So just 2-3 weeks ago, they were here at Loftus Versfeld, although not on the main field. They were on the B training fields, and they lost 31-12 to the Bulls. Mr. Hernas Kutsia was in charge of that game as the official. But 31-12 was the score the last time these two finalists met. Will it be a narrative of once bitten, twice shy? Only time will tell, but with 25 minutes having lapsed in the capital, it looks like the once bitten, twice shy narrative haunts the Cell C Sharks once again. Here they come, the Blue Bulls. Steven Nel. Badenhorst. Oh, Caden, he's a unit, isn't he? Casper is his name. A Grey College product, is he? The tight end. Onto the left side they go now through their quick, pacey wingers. Ho-ho! Take a bow! It's a blue ball party! It's a party in the capital! It's a third try for the Vodacom Blue Bulls, and they are on course for the Rugby Cup. They have been excellent, second to none. They've been the best team in the division. They've been the best team for the last 8 weeks that the competition has been playing, and they are showing why they were on top of the round robin, why they've deserved the home final, and why they are on course for the title at the end of it all. They've changed the set pace taker now, the conversion taker. Getting the try there was Michael Damon, the Grasfontein product. It's his second year in the Bulls setup. Is it for Damon? Strikes it high, and striking the upright that time, not quite clean. And they remain unable to convert the conversions, the Vodacom Blue Bulls, with 15-0 with 27 minutes having been played. They also have quite a large bank of artillery in their arsenal. That is, they bench the Vodacom Blue Bulls. So rest assured, I can assure to you that they are not done just yet. Draco puts it high. His Cell C Sharks players seemed to have started moving way before the ball was kicked. Scrum in the middle for the Bulls. Seven remain in the first stanza. Of course, this season we saw the Golden Lions once again decide not to participate in the Under-19 Rugby Cup. It was the same narrative in 2022. They were winners of the competition in 2021. You'll recall that campaign consisting of the likes of Sichaba Mokoena, all the way to Sieni Sokukhe and the like, winning the one in 2021. And then they decided not to participate in 2022. And once again this year, that one's intercepted. And he goes to the brute immediately. There does De Beer. That's a good clearance by the Blue Bulls. But with the Lions deciding not to participate, we saw 2 new participants in this season's Under-19 Rugby Cup. That were the Leopards as well as the Falca. Leopards, the team based all the way in Potchefstroom, Wallen Park is their home exactly. And the Falca in the east of Johannesburg. Oh, Mr. Boot. Heymans goes to Boot. He was the office captain, was he, Stefan Heymans? And also was the Ruggers Player of the Year. That is per ruggers.co.za. Once again to Jaden. That's a big pass out wide by Jaden. Jay can't keep a hold of it. Spang Ngcobo pounces. These Sharks pounce. And they need maybe something back just before the half-time whistle goes. Penalty. 4 ball knocked forward for the Blue Bulls. Matter of fact, penalty for the Sharks, it appears. Four remain in the capital. The first stanza, that is, of course. Just a reiteration for you, this game is a curtain raiser to the final round robin Currie Cup game. The Toyota Cheetahs travelling all the way from Free State to take on the Vodacom Blue Bulls. A must-win game for both the sides, to be fair. Cheetahs don't want the Sharks to finish ahead of them, and a defeat by the Blue Bulls will see them automatically waiver their playoff rights. That's in the Premier Division of the Currie Cup. Here come the Sharks now. Spang Ngcobo Mapolomo with an offload to the back. Ngcobo was looking for his number 15 partner Hendrik Pienaar there. Of course, Spar Ngcobo played fullback for Maritzburg College last year, but playing at wing this time for the South Sea Sharks. But of course, it's something that we do see also often when players move from the schoolboy realm to the union realm. Another one is Wandisile Simelane, played at 13 for JP High School for boys. Currently very versatile at the moment for the Blue Bulls, playing both at fullback as well as outside centre and even at wing sometimes. So it's important, particularly if you play in that back line, to be able to play at all the positions at the back. And that's the sort of tendency that we're seeing the back line utility backs, as they call them, do. That's a penalty for falling over. And the captain there, Dyer, tries to go and have a word with the referee, who doesn't have any of it. Of course, we know that Dyer, as a matter of fact, although he went to Hilton College, hails and comes from Pretoria East Woodhill College. So he's a Pretorian, is Dyer. Yuan Small looking to feed it again into the line out for the Blue Bulls, who've operated and worked that line out really, really well. Johan Small, the previous captain of Paul Boys High, all the way in the Cape region. Representative of Western Province at last year's Craven Week. He signed with the Pretoria side though, and they do that once again. They work it and they move it so excellently with that line out. Badenhorst now. Gathered by the number 14, Alfonso Isaacs. Forward pass, maybe a bit too eager there. And well, scrum for the visitors. There were two teams in the round robin stage with the same amount of wins and losses as well as the South Sea Sharks. That is DHL Western Province as well as the Cheetahs, all of them who have played the playoffs. Well, in terms of those three teams, in terms of the Sharks, the Cheetahs and the Western Province team, we saw them all play 5, win 3 and lose 2. We've heard the halftime hooter, so there it goes now. Anytime now will be additional. The cross kick looking for Spang Ngobo. Isaacs once. Isaacs prevents Ngobo, and that will be that probably for the first dance of the referee. Puts just maybe eats at that 15-point deficit once again. You're tuned into a Super Sports Schools production. My name is Tando Chiako, calling the action for you as they kick us off high into the Pretoria sky. Once again, the South Sea Sharks, and this time they're attacking the try line from left to right on your screen in their famous black and white. And the Blue Bulls are in the light blue from right to left, and the numbers are slowly piling in. Loftus Fairfield for that Curry Cup. Vodacom Blue Bulls to the Cheetahs game. And the young Blue Bulls may be feeling the support thereof of the small number of supporters that have chosen to come to the venue rather early. About 2 hours early, as a matter of fact. Do you know how full and how quickly full the stadium gets? So it is important to arrive with avoiding all those intricacies, but then we left the score at 15 to the better at half-time. 3 tries, 3 unconverted tries, unfortunately, but a comfortable cushion for the home team here. Wow. Now, Jaden hangs it. A few interested parties. The referee says there was an offside there by the Bulls players. Penalty for the Sharks, who spent quite a bit of time in the changing in the dressing room at half-time. The Bulls had to wait about 2 minutes for the Sharks to finally come out, so they did receive quite a stern talking to, and we're hoping maybe to see the results of that thereof. You're not going to get the results from that type of kicking. Scrum for the home team. Of course, we do know that the Bulls set up so orthodoxly dominated by Afi's players, but we've seen in the last 2-3 seasons the uprise of Grasfontein in the contingent of the Bulls setup. And now the man in picture, one of 2 Grasfontein players in the starting 15 for the Bulls today, the number 9. Oh, and the Sharks, they're rolled up. They do well there at the scrum point, do they? The South Sea Sharks, they win, and a chance for the kicking to be rectified. They change it and they're going to go for Stefan Heymans, who makes no mistake. Into the 22 they go. Now the Cell C Sharks. We see there precisely what a good half-time team talk can bring for a team. And the Sharks are hoping to be the custodians of that. Truly it would be momentous and loftus for the Sharks to come back. Can't keep a hold of it. Eventually they grab it through their number 8 there, Thomas Dyer. Here come the Sharks. First time that they enter the 15 meters and they are cooking. One try back and we have a game in our hands in the capital. Spapelo Mbonambi represented the Sharks from the 12 level. Didi Mbonambi, the product of Umhlali Preschool in KwaZulu-Natal, was the recipient of a scholarship to go to Maritzburg College. And you then went on, as a matter of fact, to be the deputy head boy at Maritzburg College. He stirred the Sharks on to something maybe special here. 7 for the Sharks. The kick is also good there by their number 12, Dirko Marks. And now the deficits, the title within reach of the South Sea Sharks. 15-7 is the score at the moment. And this is precisely why we love Union Rugby so much. The script, the narrative, the tale can change at any given moment in time. And it's certainly taken a bit of a turn here as Jaden puts us high into the Pretoria sky. De Beer gathers for the Sharks. Knutzer gets there. Salzy's man there does De Beer. Puts it high. Alfonso Isaacs takes it into his stride. He has pace. He fancies a bit of running, does Isaacs. Great college product is he, Alfonso Isaacs. They caused an upset in Cape Town a week ago. The South Sea Sharks, it was the second time this season that they beat the DHL Western Province side. They beat them 22-17 last weekend to cement their place in this final. Karen Muller now. Oh, Mbonambi. He's having a field day for it, Mbonambi. Not releasing the ball. Penalty for the Bulls. So those type of errors that they need to get rid of in their game. The South Sea Sharks, if they want to cause an upset here in the capital, if they want to take all the spoils here in the capital of Pretoria, booted by Stephen Nel into maybe just short of that 22 meters. Johan Small and his forward contingent done really well at the line-out point, and they can only continue that now. They need to continue that now. And how much they'll rue those missed conversions. Now the Blue Bulls. That's excellent work. That's skew. That's a penalty for the Sharks. Look up, goes to make the plea to the official. But Stefan Heymans, the Offies product, puts it high. 2 kilometers away from where he used to go to school, Stefan Heymans. Matter of fact, right across the road is the Afrikaanse Woordseën school, not even 2 kilometers, maybe a few meters away from here, 800 at most. A kicking game at the moment by both these teams. A box kick by the winger of the Sharks. As Hendrik Pienaar, as a matter of fact, the fullback. Line out for the Bulls again. Small, it was the first one that he messed up in the game. From 5, only 1 has been unsuccessful from the Blue Bulls. So they've done really well at line out points, and that sort of turmoil at line out point continues to their 6th line outs in the game. It doesn't go their way. There's Adair making his way in. Mbonambi now the try scorer for the Sharks. They go left, and they go left to Garenmola. A bit of urgency now at the moment in the Sharks game. Mbonambi can't get, chips over a top by Dreger, gets there too. Really good chase down there by the number 9. As a matter of fact, it's AJ Knutzer. Big hits coming through now for Mbasa Orela, the Paul Ruschum product. That's the tight head for the Blue Bulls. He was part of the Saru Elite development last year. Matter of fact, 2 years ago as a 17-year-old. That's when he was involved in the development. Hendrik Pienaar. Obstruction, says the referee. It's the captain who's down at the moment. It's Lucas Meyer for the Blue Bulls. And what a miss that will be if he can't continue with the action. But there's the Sharks team. They're riled up. A much different second half of play by the men from KwaZulu-Natal. It's important for them to come back, and they continue to receive ongoing instructions from their coaching personnel, do they, the Cell-C Sharks. But they've certainly shown that a game of rugby is a game of 2 halves, and well, you have to be the better team over 2 halves to eventually get all the spoils. But the Sharks have been a team that have been pulled out of have been able to pull one out of the bag so far this season. They're a team that has agility, they have the power, they have the talent. And if there's anyone that can beat this Vodacom Blue Bulls team, it's them. The Vodacom Blue Bulls lost to the DHL Western Province team in round 1. The Sharks have beaten DHL Western Province twice this season. Knutzer. Scrum collapses. Referee allows play to go on. And here they come now, the Cell-C Sharks. Because that's where the Blue Bulls need to gear and focus now about their game management. How do they calm this game down? We're seeing that the Sharks are coming on with quite a bit of ferocity, quite a bit of of oomph in this second stanza. Now it's all about slowing the game down, sticking to their gameplay. Jaden Sal's his man. Sal's one, Sal's two. Brace the line. Here comes now. Referee puts whistle to mouth. What call exactly is he making there? Jaden had knocked it on. Scrum for the KwaZulu-Natal based outlets as they make two changes now at the moment. So they're number 16 and they're number 21 coming on to the pitch. That's Andrew Davies as well as Dalen Bukes making their appearances on this final, looking to really assert their place and put their names in under-19 Rugby Cup history. We are witnessing history here, ladies and gentlemen, I can assure you of that. There's the scrum now. Referee allows it to go on. The Blue Bulls do well. Sharks gather the ball eventually. Referee says play on. It's messy. Eventually the Bulls get the penalty. And the Sharks, given how they've started in the second stanza, given how they've played in the second stanza, if they're unable to get any result here, they would have been architects of their own downfall. But Loftus Versfeld slowly piling up in terms of supporters coming through to see the Cheetahs and the Bulls at 3 o'clock. And that one's available for you on your World of Champions Supersport Channel 20. Isaacs with the step. Isaacs finding Damon. Luca Meyers, the captain this time. They're into the 22, are they, the Bulls? They work it. Looking to get into that 5 meter they are at the moment. Badenhorst, Casper, there's space out wide, there's channel out wide, there's a drive for the Bulls! That could just be that. Michael Mikael Damon, the Grasfontein man, gets the try there for the Bulls. He should play his rugby about 10 kilometers away from here in Grasfontein. He could be one of the heroes here now at Loftus Versfeld. Cantamon, what a try by the young man. What a well-worked move by the Blue Bulls. 27 says the scoreboard now. Here's Isaacs. Alfonso Isaacs is going to be the taker of this. By little, a little becomes a lot, and it's becoming a lot now in this game for the Sharks to come back. "20 minutes separate the Bulls from destiny, from glory, from the unearthed treasure that is a back-to-back under-19 Rugby Cup double. Here they come now. The ball is theirs. Now takes his time. Good game management there by now. Strikes it. Only funds. Hey Manzu takes a step. The former Affy's man. The changes linking up for the Bulls there. The summer kick grabber over the top by Durko. Cup final. They were, as a matter of fact, in the under-20 segment, undefeated were the South Sea Sharks. As a matter of fact, here's an interesting point. They beat the Blue Bulls in Durban on Thursday, 32-29. 3 points were the difference in that one. They ended that season undisputed, undefeated, and unprecedented feat by the Cell C Sharks, and they were looking to maybe come here and make it a double in terms of their youth setups. The double looking like maybe too much of an ask as Mbonambi goes and cleans. But here they come. It's never over until it's over. It's never over until the fat lady sings. And they're operating with quite momentum now. Moving it along that back line. All the way to Mapolowo, who's in the corner. Sprangowo. Game on. Game on in the capital. Mapolowo does it. The utility fullback of Maritzburg College gets the try back. And the score, the deficit, eaten at once again by the Cell C Sharks. (22-12), 18 minutes having been played. Hold on to your seats, ladies and gentlemen. This is about to be one bumpy ride. Dirk Marks, 25 meters out is the young man. Conversions haven't been the best point of the game that we've seen. Only one being two converted in the game as a whole. One for the Bulls, one for the Sharks. He needs it now. It cannot be a mistake by Dirk Marks. Here comes the strike from the left footer. Clean. Easy as you like it, in between the sticks. Boy, oh boy, are we in for a fascinating end to this epic bout. We are part of history, ladies and gentlemen, here. Of course, the under-19 rugby competition has seen 3 different winners in the past 3 editions of the competition. The Bulls, the Sharks, the Lions, none of them having been able to retain it. The Bulls on for an unprecedented feat. The Sharks giving them a run for their money. Here they come. Heyman goes to Boots. Clears does Heyman. Referee gives a penalty to the Sharks for offside. And a quarter of an hour remains in the capital. A quarter of an hour remains in the 2023 edition of the South African Under-19 Rugby Cup. Ethan Best is still on the pitch for the Sharks, the former Under-18 international. His birthday is actually on the 31st of October. So still 18 years old is the young man. They steal it while the Bulls at that point. Now takes it out. Some quick running feats coming through from the Blue Buller now. Oh, a step inside, a step outside. He's still on his feet. He's a strong young player, is he there? Here comes now the Gasfontein man, taken out by some really relentless defending there. Boy, oh boy, are we in for a 15 minutes in the capital. And what a better place for this epic final. Deep one. Into the 22 meters now go the Blue Bulls. Any try now, any point now on the board will be pivotal. The next try in this game, ladies and gentlemen, is oh so important. There has not been a more important try. There have not been more important points in the Under-19 Rugby Cup this season. This is it. Now is the time. Juan Small. That's a well-worked set piece by the Bulls. Can't quite form the maul though, can they? But they're still moving. They're still in possession. Smalls trying to get it out. The numbers are there. Nal is there, and he does get it out to his big forwards. Keanu Kutsia, the former Paarl man. Nal is there once again. That time he's playing Lucas Meyer, the captain. The T-Rex, as they call him. Meyer's beating a few tackles. Meyer's close to the shoulder. Meyer scores. Meyer scores a hat-trick for the Blue Bulls. Captain, oh my captain, savior, oh my savior. And as Luke cannot save the day for the Blue Bulls, that's his third one for the day, third one on a final. And that surely is the blow that sinks the South Sea Sharks here at Loftus Versfeld. What a try, what a maneuver, what strength, what a captain. Lucas Meyer of Grey College. An easy one here for the number 13, that is Alfonso Isaacs, another Grey College man, played of course alongside Meyer last year. Oh, but what a player has Meyer been. Too far, the under-19 cup for the Sharks. Maybe, just maybe, that was the final blow. Meyer lets that one run over. Scrum in the middle of the park for the Blue Bulls. They won't be in all too much of a rush for all the upcoming set pieces that they're going to take. They'll take their time. It is in their hands now, the Blue Bulls. That's one thing that I can assure you, is that destiny, fate, is all in the palm of their hands. Well, we do know that the Craven Week is lurking in the next coming weeks, and well, for the Blue Bulls, 9 Affies players in the Craven Week setup. Three Menlo Park players. Nice to see Menlo Park putting in some representatives. 1 Sutherland player in the team. 15 Grasfontein players. 15, 1-5 in the Craven Week team for the Blue Bulls. As a matter of fact, it's in the Blue Bulls' entire contingent. So 9 players of... As a matter of fact, just the Craven Week as well as the Academy Week. You'll know that there's 2 teams. There's a Craven Week team, there's an Academy Week team. And... for the Bulls, 9 Affies players, 15 Grasfontein players, 3 Waterkloof players, 1 midstream college player, that's Hilton Thomas, the prolific fullback, 1 Cornwall Hill player, that is Jason Jansen, and 8 Pretoria Boys High players. That's a really good kick by Stephen Nel, who receives a high five from Mbasa Makubela, the Paul Ruiz product. So we're seeing a shift in terms of the Blue Bulls. Largely, the largest contributors to the Bulls setup this year is Hoërskool Grasfontein. Now, isn't that something new for you? 9 Affies, 8 Boys High. So Boys High catching up on the Affies boys. Nice to see members from Sutherland, Waterkloof, Menlo Park and even Midstream College. I think that's one of the first Midstream College players that are representing the Bulls in Hilton Thomas. He's going to be a substitution, well, as things stand at the moment, that is. Here they come now through Meyer. Penalty for the visitors, it appears, for not releasing the ball there. They work it well at the line out. Twisting and turning is Badenhorst. That's Casper. Here is the try score. A knock seems and appears to be taken by another Bulls player. I think we will see quite a bit of additional time added at the end of this one. Not too many, I'm predicting, because according to the clock, there's 5 remaining. The time has been stopped, so it's dead still on 29:37 at the moment. The play resumes. In terms of the Sharks teams that have been selected for the upcoming Craven Week, 2 Michael House products in the starting 15, that is for the Sharks. 3 Hilton College players, 2 Maritzburg players, Durban High School represented through Simpiwe and Gobese, and 1 Glenwood man, that is Yaku Williams. Quite a few of those coastal schools really doing well and putting their hands up. We know that Hilton had quite a few representatives at the under-18 SA schools last year. Stephen Null takes it by himself. Stephen Null's at the breakdown point again. Pick up and go by the number 1. That is Mbasa Makobela. A kick over the top by Jaden. Quite an ambitious and audacious effort. But 4 remain in Pretoria. 4 minutes remain in the South African Under-19 Rugby Cup 2023. They are going towards their bench now, are the Blue Bulls. And 3, 4, 5 changes coming on at the moment for the Pretoria-based outlets, and they can sense that they've done it and just want to give some running and some playing time to some of their players that are on the bench. But with a 15-point lead, you really think that they won't squander it at this point in the game. It comes in from the line out, it's messy, but it does the job, and here comes the Blue Bulls maul. Brought down, Stephen Null's looking for it. They're 5 meters out. Are they the Bulls? They win a penalty there. Now, I wonder if he'll touch and go, or he'll go into touch. They do have their big forwards, they're really big forwards on the pitch. Meyer's going on to have the conversation. And it looks like touch and go is the option by the Blue Buller. That is probably the final nail in the coffin of the South Sea Sharks. They've buried them, they've signed, sealed and delivered it. The title will have Blue Bulls for the year of 2023. It will remain in the capital, it will remain in Pretoria, and they've just destroyed it over there. South Sea Sharks have done really well coming out here to Loftus Versfeld and really giving the Blue Bulls a run for their money, particularly in that second half of play. But in terms of the first half, but in terms of the competition as a whole, the Blue Bulls were the victors. What a display by the men in blue. What a performance. Isaacs, the great college man, takes his time, picks his spot, picks it well. And the Blue Bulls have certainly put their hands up in this game. Tries to gather it there, does Keanu Kutsia. It doesn't quite land favorably for the young man. Keanu Kutsia, another player of the Western Province setup. He's 6'3" is Keanu Kutsia. So it's quite a large unit as the Sharks win a penalty. Scrum, but high fives all around at the moment for the Bulls. They know they've done the job. And 35 minutes have gone, 70 minutes have come and gone in total in Pretoria. And it's only a matter of time now that champagne on ice is going to be popped in a matter of moments. But what a campaign it's been. The DHL Western Province, the South Sea Sharks, Toyota Cheetahs, the Leopards and Falca have kept us entertained for the past 5 rounds as well as the playoffs. They've produced the best running hardcore under-19 rugby that the country has seen to date, and it's been truly an emphatic campaign, and the Blue Bulls are the victors at the end of it all. Relish it, sunny side.